Hello everyone, Jeff here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're checking out Oaken Tower. Now, I was going to play a little bit of this before I recorded the video so I could understand it and explain my thought process through this type of game, because it is like an auto battler, kind of like backpack battle sort of deal. But I found myself this week, basically anytime I have a free second playing the game, which is why I am now in the Grandmaster ranking. So yeah, I've put in like 10 hours. This has been some of the most fun I've had of any game this year. And I'm just gonna, I think we're gonna play until I win a ranked one, until I wank myself to win a run. I don't know, words are hard, I guess. Anyways, so basically the game, if you have not seen this before, is you have 6 slots to the left. All the items have different tags and different interactions and whatnot, and you'll have to, like, it's one of the things you learn just by playing it, rather than having to, like, scroll over each one. Like, I knew immediately as we opened this screen that I was going to take Brass Knife, because part of this game is about, at least so far, my most winning strategies have been about growing my economy early. But there's other ways to do it too. You don't have to go that. You could try and like win 10 straight or whatever. This is like more of a strategy where we're more likely to lose these first couple rounds and we're going to build up more money. But I think what I'm going to do is like hedge here, which might not even be a good idea, and just take this silver lance too. So the other thing that's going on is as you increase your level, which you can spend 1 gold for 1 XP, but you have to do it in 4s. Is every time you level up, you get 30% more max HP, which is a lot, and you get 5 more income. So you have to keep leveling up. And the first couple of times I played, that was the one thing I didn't understand. Like, I lost my first few rounds because I was just like, what? I don't understand what's going on. Oh, I missed the part where you get more income from being higher level. So while having more life is nice, having more HP, having more money is more important. So like we lose there, it doesn't matter. There's a status effects that do certain things. You'll see in items, there's like poison, burn, bleed, that type of thing. And now we're gonna see if we, you know, go after, okay, so we can go after Hook. This is another gold generation type item. And I think with that logic, we should either take Divine Axe to heal ourselves, or no, I was gonna take Sturdy Shield. So Sturdy Shield gives us 30 armor. So Brass Knife is going to give us 2 gold every time it triggers. This is going to give us 4 gold every time it crits. It's got a 20% chance of critting. Now, if we can increase that, that'd be nice. And then this gives us, this will make the fight last longer. So that's kind of the goal with that. And then we're going to run back another level 1. So sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. A lot of it depends on what you get matched up against too. Like, there are some items that are like straight up just hard counter others. For example, if you go like a full armor build, you could be pretty strong. However, poison bypasses armor. So if you run into somebody with a poison build, you're just going to lose. And that's just part of it. It's just random. The best part about this is basically how fast the runs go. You get to make your decisions in the shop very quickly once you know what to do. And then you get some roguelike stuff. So there's some variety in what happens. This priest seems to be always here currently on the 3rd day. I don't see a reason why you should. I guess there's times you should take Healing Touch. I guess the thought being maybe you make fights longer, but I think Restoration is just, I don't know, get more max HP. It caps at 15,000 normally. All right, so again, we have more gold because we've been getting this stuff. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the Spyglass. Shields can crit, which is kind of neat. And now we can either level up or, well, if I do the math here, we might be able to take the Moon Knife too. So if we lose 30, then we get 16. We'll go to 32 XP out of 50 and we'll have enough to level up. So I could take the Moon Knife as just like a little bit of extra power. Since we've already lost 2 lives, it's probably a good idea. Like, this strategy is not going to get you perfects, right? I'm also not going to reroll. But yeah, so the Spyglass is going to trigger our adjacent items to it, which, this thing being a 4-way, I'm not sure if it makes me think that maybe in the future this becomes a 3x3 instead of a 2x3. I'm kind of curious about that. I think it'd be really cool if this type of game that, if this works, you could also have a 3x3 mode. And like some people might prefer that, some people might not, I don't know. But like, I feel like that'd be really easy to implement because there's a lot of items that like do things to items to the left or to the right or down or above or below. And we won by milliseconds. I don't know how this is calculated. I thought previously to like literally this fight that whoever ended up with the lower amount of HP is the loser, but I guess it happened like I guess it checks death much faster. So we got hit by like a bigger attack after he hit -1. It's a nice gift. Because you do start losing more lives per loss, or more hearts per loss as things develop. 2 random common weapons is pretty good. I think with what we're doing, we could just take give your weapon 6 permanently. It's really good in Silverlance. It's fine on these others. I could probably swap this now. All right. And you can also pair things. Now, one complaint I have is this game is not friendly for the colorblind folk like myself. There is a green outline around this shield, and it took me a long time before I realized that even existed, which kind of sucks. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roll a couple times to see if we do this, but I'm still not going to purchase it. And the reason I'm not going to purchase it is because once we upgrade to level 3, now, oh, I have enough money anyway. Well, I was going to say that the chest quality goes up. So when you combine 3 of an item, it gets to level 2, so it's stronger. Typically twice as strong. But then you also get a chest bonus, which lets you like skip ahead. So we can see if there's anything here that helps us. Give all axes plus 7 damage. This is like really bad. Trigger the crystal item to the left of this. I don't think we actually have any crystal items. We do have this moon knife that we could just get rid of if we wanted to. Executioner is a lot of damage, I guess. I mean, it's better than having the moon knife, but that wasn't a particularly fantastic roll, I would say. All right, I'll put this here, and I guess we unfreeze now. So we could also wild magic, but I think that's a bad plan. So the thing with like the gold build is you do want to generally pivot into something else or get to like legendary items really quick. I found where this type of start with like these 2 items lead to like complete blowouts late game where we'll just out economy our opponent, or you know, you just flounder and you never get there because you get a mishmash of random stuff. There's enough items that you're not guaranteed to get what you want every time, or even close to it. But like if you're leaning into a set, like if you're leaning to axes, there's no guarantee you're going to get all the axe pieces. You kind of have to look and see if anything works. So like the spear gets permanently 2% chance to crit, 2% crit chance on trigger. I don't know why words are hard. I think with all this money, I'm fine with just leveling up again, because that's going to increase our ratio here. We're at 5% chance for legendary. We have just enough to level again. We're just going to level again. Look, at our HP is going to go from 2100 to 2700. Should make the fight last longer. This person's doing something very similar, except they've got the Tome of Blades, but they don't have it active for some reason. They should definitely have not equipped one of these ice spears. Unfortunately, they didn't live long enough for us to generate a lot of income there. That's another thing too. Sometimes you play this and you run into people who have like all armor and you're just like, oh good, let me generate hundreds of gold. All right, so we could get ourselves an Elven Bow with multicast 4, which is, I mean, I don't know. It's fine. Doesn't do anything. I think we're more likely to just make this axe Elven and then try and do something. Not my favorite event, honestly. Sometimes it's really good, like getting the bow, but that's only if you're doing specific builds. On trigger, permanently give the item to the right 3 damage. I mean, 3 damage is just not enough for this like late game thing. I honestly kind of feel like I just want to level up again. And that puts us at 15, 25, 3. I'm gonna roll and just like take a look, see if there's anything. When you level up, permanently gain 1 multicast, and there's 2 of them on the board. Pretty good synergy with tons of XP, because the leveling up cost normally isn't that insane. We're only level 6. Because it doesn't happen in battle, I think... Actually, no, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to purchase one of these, put that here. I'm going to lock it. I'm going to start giving it crit. And we're going to invest in leveling up. Okay, we're playing against bot Dan. The Dan bot. He's got a cold shot. Okay, he's got an okay setup. He's got a lot. This thing generates max HP for him. This thing triggers this thing extra times because it's a frosty item. Yeah, that's not bad. I think this is working out for us though, because the permanent buff from Spyglass is really helping. It's gonna matter for Lunar Codex later on. Hook is at 100% crit, so we could switch it. It's giving us more gold now. Oh yeah, that was a nice victory. It was nice and slow. We're at 133 gold. I mean, we could take the Lunar Codex. This also gets 1 multicast per item. I think. Well, first of all, oh no, we want to pair them. We want to pair them because they'll combine their stats. So let's level up. Okay, now they both got that. Let's unfreeze. I guess we could reroll 1 time. Not the worst. Just to take a look. You know, sometimes you get lucky. Whenever an item crits, permanently gain 2 damage. Legendary. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We also have 105% crit there. We have 55 crit here. So just, this is 100% crit. Sturdy shield crits. Oh my gosh. So we have like some options here. I guess what we could actually do is take out the Executioner. I think costs 50. Yeah, I think this is better. Bring this book down here. Slap it right here, and we'll just try and we're just gonna lean on Frostbound here. And Lunar Codex is gonna be pretty good too. All right, this is I don't think I've done this before. We'll see if it works out. It's gonna permanently get a lot of damage, and we have 2,000 more HP than our opponent. So that helps a little bit. Like they're 4 and we're 7. So that's obviously quite good. Let's see. Is it 75%? I don't think there's overcrit in this game. I'm willing to be wrong. Okay, we did lose, but we lost in a way that I'm totally okay with. We lost 3 hearts. Should be a healer day. Yeah, Cleric comes up at this time every time. And this is a teachable moment for anyone playing the game. I really think that you should only take Life Surge if it's giving you an extra death So if you're on 3, you take it because that gives you one more, right? If you're on 4 or 5, if you're on 4, you don't take it because that puts you 6 and you still lose 3 lives. If you're on 5, you do take it. So maybe it's only odd numbers. I guess you take it if you're on odd. Something like that, math-wise. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Like, now we can lose 3 more rounds before we keep going. Whenever a frosty item triggers, permanently gain 2 crit chance. That doesn't scale the way I want it to, unless there is, in fact, over crit. How do we want to do this? Choices here. I mean, I guess we'll level up again. Some multi-class shenanigans going on. There's another brass knife, but I think we're off of that. There's a void stinger, and this thing scales like crazy. So it applies 3 debuffs. And whenever you apply debuff, gain 2 damage. So if you have a bunch of debuff stuff, it goes nuts. Now, we don't seem to be doing that. Feels like we're on a crit build, so I'm gonna let that one sit for a moment. But I have found a ton of success with that item. Elvish Orb. Any of these Elvish? It's a strong permanent upgrade item. Also, our crit might be high enough that we could just throw away the spyglass. Time Pendant's pretty good. But Lunar Codex could use more crit still. I mean, I guess everything could use more crit still. This is tricky. Admittedly, pretty tricky here. And then there's the question of like, are we gonna lean into this Lunar Codex thing, right? Because we've got a lot more rounds to win. So I kind of want some more scaling if I can get it. I mean, Highland Blade, it just doesn't work here. We don't have the Elven or Moon items. Good. Life Essence is good, but it's more of an earlier thing. I think. Might be better than Sturdy Shield, though. Already has crit on it, plus 50. This every 3 seconds gets 60. This every 3.9 seconds get 50, but it's permanent. And now we're gonna level up so much, it doesn't matter. We're gonna have life cap. So this is kind of gonna be a waste. That's an item. Lost Fragment's crazy. It's like really, really good. To the fact, I think you should basically always take this. Now, what am I getting rid of? I don't think it can crit. Something about seeing it on hook in this next fight seems like really appealing to me. I'm gonna get rid of the shield. All right, let's run this. We have a lot of HP, so that should be fine. See if we run up against any monsters yet. So because this has a multicast, we're gonna get a bunch of money out of it. That's like the whole plan, right? Why I did what I did. Wow, this gets its crit up. And we win easily. Mostly because we were way out leveled that guy. I feel like the matchmaking is kind of weird, but this game's still, this is a demo version, so who knows. Upgrade an epic item. Or a rare item if you want to. Or it can gain a level, get 15. I think actually here, since we don't really have anything, we have like legendaries and rares. It's gonna gain a level. It's gonna buff these. It also gives us money. There are some much better day 9 events you can get than that, but don't always get what you want. As the song goes, let's think this is as high as the rarities go. I'm pretty sure 20% is as high a chance you get to rolling into stuff. Let's roll a couple times. Again, Void Stinger is kind of neat. Kind of want to figure out what we could do with Frostbound. Like, honestly. Alright, so let's take Lunar Codex. That's what we've been trying to find. Now, every time we level up, it gets 2 multicast. Plus, it just does more damage. Nightfall, start of combat, gain damage and crit chance. It's fine. Protector is pretty good. And Redemption is also quite good. It's quite good. I don't think we need Redemption, though. I think Protector is more likely to be valuable. This is a magic moon item. I guess we could have leaned into some of that moon stuff earlier. But on the other hand, there's Redemption. Redemption plus Protector is a hell of a thing to pivot into. Like, it's very easy for me to right now just go this. I think this goes over here. This comes up here. Now we're going to start scaling Redemption. And we're kind of cooking. Because this is going to start multicasting. Yeah. Take another one. All right, now it might just be time to start scaling Redemption. And we're just like pivoting into that. And this has enough crit that this is still going to buff Frost. Yeah, I can probably get rid of Hook here. Yeah, the real question is, do I get rid of Hook? Or just like put it in my stash to put Protector over it to like lean into buffing Redemption. I think I do. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it on. We'll leave this over here. Let's start generating. We could keep generating some money while also buffing all of our stuff. Let's just run this. This is fine. Should be fine. I'm sure they don't have anything crazy. They've got some serious oh, this person's cooking. Literally with fire. Their thing is crazy. We won ever so slightly, but they're going to be a monster very soon. They're going to be devastating for the next group. All right, so we've somehow pivoted into a Redemption type thing. I don't think I'm allowed to play with Hook anymore, unfortunately. Given how that fight went. Fire Orb, Amethyst Bow, Fire Mace, none of these things are really that amazing. Nope. Oh, another Redemption. Yeah, that's probably the answer. I mean, realistically, this is what we should be doing now. And even beyond that, it might be time just to get rid of the Lunar Codex and just go crazy with this. We might lose a round, but we're going to get so much scaling out of it, it doesn't matter. Because we have the 7. I don't want to freeze, I want to reroll. Warhorn. Give adjacent items bonus damage equal to a crit chance. Holy damn it. Okay, so what I had just said may no longer apply. Because there's the other build we could run, which is get rid of the 4 holy items, add the Warhorn, and everything does more damage. But I don't think it does a permanent scaling. I don't know. I'm less impressed with it comparatively, I think. I will take a goblet for sure. Saying just it's income. Generates more income naturally. I think we're also supposed to take time pendant, put this down here, and just say, okay, we're doing this now. I'll hold on to these just in case we change our mind, but yeah, let's just see what happens. We've complete pivot on day 10, right? But I suspect this is the correct line of play. And it goes really well running up against to another person running Holy, who is somehow level 5 on day 9. I don't really understand, but, you know, I suspect some people play the game for the first time. You just run into them. This is a dream fight. This is everything we want. Because the game starts burning you out after a certain amount of time, so you can't scale infinitely. But when you have 2 healing builds, like I'm countering the natural game burnout, they're falling behind, but we're just getting crazy stats from that. I do have a little bit of worry about our overall damage. Like we could lose to some debuff stuff for sure. But on the other hand, all right, let's combine those. That seems pretty good. It also removes debuffs, which is really good for that build. Void Stinger, again, it's very good. Cobalt Spear, I've been less impressed by this one. Warrior Shield is good if you're doing Warrior Shield stuff. Okay, so now this should be here. We're basically still just trying to find another redemption. Solaris isn't even bad. It has multicast and it heals, which scales up the maces. The holy maces. It's pretty strong. I'm not opposed to it, just throwing it on for now. And we have a lot of stuff in our inventory that we really don't. Like, I could sell all of this and level up again, but I just don't think we need to. All right, going up against fire. Got a bat wing. Pretty good. I think we should be fine though. But mostly because we're gonna cleanse all of the burn from Protector and double casting it. Now we are also doing a favor. This is like the friendliest build to run. Because if people run into me while they're trying to scale their stuff with stuff like Fire Orb, they're gonna benefit greatly. So I'm basically making everybody else who fights like these guys have a much harder time in the future. But this should lead to a victory. Like look at these stats. We're healing for absurd amounts. I do think now is the time. Oh, and Astral Hammer is kind of nuts. I do think we want to level up, though. I think I would like to level up twice. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell... Yeah, we can sell everything. Buy the Astral Hammer. If we stumble upon, like, 2 of these, it's really good. Trigger the holy item to the left. That's diabolical. Yeah. Yeah, I'll buy that. Okay, so if we're triggering the holy item to the left, I think what we're supposed to do is... Now, we're just going to try and win, right? So we just put it on here. Put this back, and we're just going to put everything into this redemption. Hits for 270, heals for 565. I can't imagine. Like, this thing's pretty strong. This Void Stinger, but it's just not going to be enough. Wait, he does have 3. He has 3 Void Stingers, but this one's evolved, so he's got 5 Void Stingers. Hard countered by Protector. Yeah. Yeah. Continuing my climb in the Grandmaster ranking. I'm probably just gonna take another level. No, we're level capped, so it doesn't matter. Take Lost Fragment. Maybe try and hit another Lost Fragment. That'd be really nice. If it pairs. Oh, there's an Astral Hammer. I don't think we're getting there. That may have been an ambitious shot from me last time. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell it back now. Now we've got this, so this gives +1 multicast, but only increases its own item cooldown by 2 instead of 4, what it was before. I don't think I mentioned that, but that matters. And then another Lost Fragment. Oh, buddy. I still think Time Pendant's probably better. Unless... Unless we want to say that, like, maybe this is better for, like, defensive purposes. Yeah, I think so. We're at 7 lives. 7. What? Ashaman. Okay. All right, guy. Oh, he's got some damage. Look at that Void Stinger's got 1,000 damage on it. Plus, he's doing the same thing. This is... You're going to see this a lot. He probably wins here, too. He just does more damage than us. Yeah. He gets going fast. That thing is nuts. Let me tell you. All right. 2 more shots. Not the best fight. For sure. I don't know what we can really do outside of, you know, pairing our equipment at this point. We take another... I think I'm supposed to just roll for a redemption. And hope you find it. And sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. Okay, we'll buy the chest and sell it. You get 2 goblets. It's like free money. Okay. That's one way to do it. Redemption me? Okay. It's now a 694, 14, 38. The problem is we don't have any multicast on it. And we don't have any, like, cooldown reduction aside from the items adjacent to it. So it's kind of fallen off a bit. Okay, we get a Lost Fragment. That whole sequence was pretty good. I'm gonna keep rolling here, see if we get another Lost Fragment. And try and remember to fill in my slots here. Good Warrior Shield. We're not Astral Hammering. That's kind of out the agenda. Oh, one thing you can do that's really very silly is this, and you can daisy chain the Lost Fragments. Take another Protector also. But at some point, that's just, like, not enough, right? Like, that's not going to get it done. I feel like we're really low on damage. That's kind of worries me. I guess we could Holy Sigil. Just freeze it. Let it rock. All right. Okay, this guy has a lot of poison. Healing, good against poison. He just dropped 1,000 poison in one go. It's crazy. We're uniquely set up to defeat the guy, though. He's got a really strong build. But he's also dead. So, we win. Not a perfect victory. Not really even close to it. But, you know, we started with daggers, moved into, like, moon stuff, and then ended up on a redemption build. And still got the win. Rating change to 2100. To be fair, nowhere close to Monkey D. Luffy up here at the top point, but we are, in fact, in Grandmaster, and that's just the top, so. I don't know how far it gets till you actually get to, like, the 2000s. I'm on, like, page am I on? Probably 30-something. And each page has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on it. I'm like page 41, page 40. I don't know. One more. I've gone too far. Jeffy cannot read. I'm right here. Hey, I'm 317. Is that right? feels like it's too high, but I don't know. Anyways, if you guys want to see more of this, let me know. I've been really, really, really enjoying it. Like I said, I basically sneak it in whenever I get a chance now. The game also has, the way it's set up is the packs. So currently there's just 8 in the game. Storm and Witch are coming soon. It shows you all the everythings, which is incredible. I love this. So this is already in the game, but assumedly you're going to be able to like turn off Flame if you want, and put something else on. Like if you don't like the Elven set, you can turn the Elven set off, and so on and so on. I don't know. I think this game is fantastic. One of the best demos I've played this year, honestly. If you're any sort of fan of auto battlers like super auto pets, backpack battles, that type of thing, go play the demo. Like I've put 10 hours into this already, and that's probably going to increase as we go. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Jeff out. Bye.